Hey, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, kwam yasha'Allah. Now, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS that do rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. Yes, say shalom. And shalom unto the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this will be edifying today. And I just have a headline to share with you guys today. And it was published today, February 14, 2025. It's from cnbc.com. Link will be in the description. It says, Black expats share why they're happier living outside the U.S. I get to exist in peace. True. You know, an expat is just a person that doesn't reside in the country that they were born in. Right. So that's basically what an expat is. And that's how you black people feel. You know, this is not good. You know, you shouldn't be proud to say this. I get to exist in peace because, you know, the word exist just means what it is. You know, it doesn't really mean you're living. You're just saying I get to exist. You're just existing. That's sad, man. That's a damn shame. You should be living it up. Right? So, you know, that's a damn shame. You know, this shows what position our people are in spiritually, mentally, and even physically. That's why I'm going to start off with this. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Good question. Is he a homeborn slave? Another good question. Why is he spoiled? That's another good question right there. 3 questions, man. So, is Israel a servant? Hell no, you're not a servant. You're a prince. Is he a homeborn slave? No, you're not supposed to be a slave. Why is he spoiled? And that's true. Why are you spoiled? You know why all these things happened to you? You know why you became a servant? You know why you became a homeborn slave? You know why you are spoiled? It's because you went against the Heavenly Father and the Son. You broke the laws, statutes, and commandments, and you went into idolatry. You served the gods of the other nations. And that's why this is happening to you, and that's why you're thinking this way. Black expats share why they're happier living outside the U.S. And, you know, America, the USA, isn't a nice place. You know, the word America means bitter. That word goes back to an Italian explorer named Amerigo Vespucci. And he discovered North America, so North America is named after him. But when you translate the word amaro, which really means bitter, you know, because when you translate the English word bitter into the Spanish, it means amaro. But when you go into the word America itself, within the word America, you find the word mare in the Hebrew, or more. That means bitter. So when you break down the word America, going into the different languages, the Spanish, when you go into the Hebrew, it really means bitter. And this is a bitter place to live. America is a very, very, very bitter place, especially for our people, and especially if you're spiritual as well. It's not a nice place to live because in this place, anything goes. Anything goes. And on top of that, you have wicked people ruling this place. Right, so yeah, man, it's a very bitter experience as a so-called black man, and really as a person of the tribes that come out of Israel. It's not a nice place to live. Yeah, I have the word here, more, right, and you can do your own research. Just go into America, type in the word bitter, translate it into Spanish. Just go into the word America, break it down. You know, sound out the word, and then you'll put the pieces together in the spirit, and you'll come to the conclusion that America really means bitter. All right, it's a very bitter place, very bitter. Now let's get a precept. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. That's right, I have seen servants upon horses. And who are the servants? The servants that are listed in the Bible can be found in Psalms 83rd chapter, which really, those are your enemies. Well, our enemies as Israelites, starting with Esau, Edom, you so-called white people. But right now, starting with Esau, Edom, and the other nations on down, they're on the high horse, which means they're in a position of authority. Man, look who's ruling over you, and look who's ruling behind the scenes. Right, so you have public rulers like what's his name, Donald Trump, Justin Trudeau. They're on the high horse. They're signing away executive orders, especially Trump. Look at who are your finance ministers. Look at who are your premiers, your governors, and etc. They're the other nations, man. And starting with Esau, Edom. So Donald Trump isn't really a prince in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He's really a servant. But that has changed because of how we were acting. That's why when you go into 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, I believe Ezra is talking to the Lord and said, these nations have become lords over us. So they're over us right now. But they're really servants. And it says princes walking as servants upon the earth. So, yeah, you're really a prince. And why is that? Because of your name and the covenant that you made with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. First of all, your name is Yasha'Allah, which means he is the prince of the power, which means you are a prince of God. And if you're a prince of God, that means you're a son of God as well. But right now, you're a subject and you're in the servile position. you're a servant. Okay, so and that shows, man. Look at the history of America when you were brought over here. 350 plus years of slavery you experienced, and then after that, post-slavery, you were still treated like servants. You're treated as second-class citizens, man. That's why you had the whole Jim Crow era. And you're still seen as like a servant. You're still seen as low in this place. That's why you go to certain establishments or places, man, and you're around certain groups of people that are racially different. The atmosphere changes, man. The energy changes. You either don't take them seriously or you're not taken seriously, and then everything gets stale, right? So there's a tension there, and that's because you're not seen as someone that's special or royal. You're seen as very low. That's why you're getting all that tension. And yes, of course, it's really your spiritual condition due to the curses. But you understand what I'm saying. You get my point. So yeah, I'll read this one more time. I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And that's real. That is actually real. Get a precept. This is 2nd Ezra's. Let's get verse 6 and let's see here. Let's go all the way to the bottom. All right, so here we go. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. That's right. So the chosen has come out of Adam too. There's a chosen line that comes out of Adam. And the chosen is talking about you Israelites, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 55, verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So he's just reminding the Lord and telling him, look, this is all the things that you have done. It is written. This is how you said it's going to play out. So why isn't this happening? And you see how Ezra is moving. Ezra is moving with wisdom. He is questioning the Lord with his own word. And that's how you question the Lord. And that's how you get answers. If you want answers, you got to ask the right questions. So you got to question the Lord by coming out of the scriptures. Going back into the law, into the testimony. Those are the questions you got to ask about. Okay? And this is all a part of the testimony. So verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. That's right. And this is our world. This is our world. Okay? It was made for us. Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. That's talking about the other nations. But be like unto spittle, and their spittle, which showing you that they're insignificant before the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, and really they're servants. And that's why we read Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, showing you that they're servants that are on the high horse right now. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Wow. You know, when you're holding a big bucket of water and just a little bit drops out, you don't really care about that. That's what Esdras is comparing it to. Okay, and that's how these nations are. They're insignificant before the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. And guess what? These nations are actually stronger than us. Physically, but spiritually, no. Right? You know, these nations have numbers, they have militaries, they have strength. But that doesn't mean anything in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Spiritually, how we're set up, we're stronger. And really, it's not really about us. It's just that the Lord is with us. That's it. Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. That's right. They're ruling over you. And on top of that, they're destroying you. And that's why you have Jake leaving the United States. That's why you also got the passport bros. That also ties into relationships too. You know, a lot of black men are going their own way because of a lot of American women. They're not right. So they're finding love in different parts of the world. That's why they're traveling. That ties into this too. But, you know, that's why Jake wants to leave, man, because they're not getting ahead in this place. And Jake knows that the United States is really against them. So I'll read a little bit of the article. But before I do that, let me just finish this. It says, verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn. Hey, and that's true, we are the firstborn. And really, you know, that starts with Yahushua. Yahushua is the firstborn. He's the first begotten son. It really starts with Yahushua. He was the first spirit created. Just saying that. And Yahushua himself, he is an Israelite. He comes out of the tribe of Judah. Just want to throw that out there. But yes, we are the Lord's firstborn. Thy only begotten and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And that's the faith and the patience of the saints. How long shall this endure? You know, how long is this going to last? Why is this? Why does this have to go on for so long? Can you come back, Lord, and change our situation? But to answer this, it's because we rebelled against Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. You know, we went against him, and we committed crimes against him. That's why, what does it say in Amos 3 and 2? You only of all the nations I have loved, out of all the families on the earth. Therefore I'll punish you for your iniquities. You know, we're being punished for being in the condition of not practicing the law and being lawless. That's what's going on here. You know, so yeah, man, that's a serious chapter. Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, is a very powerful chapter. Exposes a lot of things, man. Now let's go into the article. It says the U.S. has made some strides towards reaching racial equality since the days of the civil rights movement, but President Donald Trump has made ending diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives a priority under his administration. I mean, he's getting rid of it. And that's where you tribes fall under, especially you so-called blacks. A lot of you got a lot of good government jobs, a lot of high-paying jobs because of this. And, you know, the thing is, you know, Jake is smart. Jake is very intelligent. They push that propaganda out there like Jake isn't smart. Jake is very intelligent, man. You know, Jake will supplant. He'll go to school and study to get a job or a degree. But, you know, that's not really pushed a lot. Like, it is pushed. Like, you see a lot of smart black people out there in the world and in the media. but they still push that propaganda like, oh, you just got the job because you're black. And sometimes that is the case. But Jake is actually very intelligent, man. Remember, the scripture says Jake is the former of all things. Jake has invented everything on this planet. Matter of fact, let me pull that up. Former of all things. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 16, the portion of Jacob is not like them. That's right, you're one of a kind, you're very special, and you're very peculiar. For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of armies is his name. There you go, former of all things. So Jake is a creator, he's a founder, he's a trendsetter. He's always in the forefront. Okay, and you inspire people. You inspire these other nations, man. It's true. And you have to go into history to figure that out. And look at Israelite inventors, not just black inventors, Israelite inventors, man. Hey, man, and some of them look like they're so-called white. They look like so-called white people. But when you trace back their lineage on their father's side, a lot of them go back to Israel too. A lot of them inventors, man. Them geniuses that you see in the lab. A lot of them are Israelites too. So, hey, man, scriptures don't lie. Jeremiah 10 and 16. For he is the form of all things, man. That's Israel. He's a genius. So anyways, it says, as the president has instructed federal agencies to end related programming and dismiss relevant employees, major companies like Target and Google have followed suit in rolling back their own DEI initiatives. Both historically and now, it's reasonable that many black residents in the U.S. are saying they feel the American dream is not a viable pursuit for them. True. It's true. Never has been. In fact, 75% of black Americans report experiencing discrimination from time to time, if not regularly, according to a 2023 Pew Research survey. And 67% of black adults say the U.S. political system was designed to hold black people back. And that's true. It's so true. It's so true. You can't get ahead in this place. And like I said, you do have a few tokens, but a lot of the tokens and a lot of the people who are rich coming from our people, going back to the Southern Kingdom especially, they have actually sold out and made a covenant with death. They have took the bag and sold their soul to Satan. For the most part. But if you were to try and get ahead on your own through your own power and will, you would fail miserably, man. There's going to be so many hurdles and stumbling blocks and so many obstacles that come before you. Not easy. It's not easy. All right, so now let me get something else here. This is Baruch chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 4, and it says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you, by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. See that? Yeah, man. So, hey, you were sold to the nation, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. That's why. So you're not supposed to feel comfortable in this place. And yes, you're right. You can't get ahead. It says here, 67% of black adults say the U.S. political system was designed to hold black people back. And that's true, because this is the place of your captivity. You're not going to get rest in this place. You weren't brought over here to thrive and to become successful. You were here to serve out your punishment and to call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for deliverance. And only the elect is going to do that. Only the elect. And that's also pursuing to Zechariah chapter 13 and 8. Because that's specifically going into America. Those statistics that are found in Zechariah 13 and 8, that's pertaining to America, the deliverance that's going to take place in America. All right, so this place isn't set up for you to get ahead. It isn't. It isn't. It really isn't. Let me hold that. I'm going to come back to that, Lord willing. Get this, Zechariah chapter 13 and 8, since I quoted that. Well, yeah, spoke of it. So it says, here we go. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Bashim Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, going into the 2/3, which is 66.6% of you Israelites. But the 1/3 shall be left therein. The 1/3 is going into the 1/3. Verse 9, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, which they're going to be tried and refined. You know, that fire is going into affliction. They're going to be afflicted for righteousness' sake. And guess what? What does it say here? And will refine them as silver is refined. And will try them as gold is tried. Because that's what you do to silver and gold. You got to put them through intense heat. That's why it shines so bright. Because it has to go through a refining process. And how do you refine it? You got to put it through affliction. You got to put it through the fire. So, yeah, man, the elect is going to catch hell living in America. And it's really for what they spiritually believe in, which is Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. Anyways, it says, they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. And so I just wanted to bring these 2 precepts out, since I said that this pertains to America. Right? Zechariah 13 and 8 and 9. So this is talking about America, so this pertains to America as well, going into the tribes. All right, so let's go back here. I'm going to finish up. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 8. It says, ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. The Most High hath brought upon me great mourning, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. You know what that means? You became an exile because of that. Because the scripture says Jerusalem is the mother of us all. That's your home. Jerusalem, Israel, that's the motherland. That's your true home. And you're not in your home. You do have some of our people, they made an exodus. The exodus by their own power. They took their passport and they traveled to Israel and lived there. And you have that. But they're not controlling the land of Israel. They're still subject to the Edomites that are ruling the land of Israel today, which are the Khazars, man. One of the dukes of Amalek, one of the dukes of Esau, which is Amalek. Yeah, but you're exiled. You're actually exiled, and that's why you're not in your home. You're not in your home. You're not in your home. Matter of fact, let me bring this precept out. This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. That's right. So that's the motherland. And we're going to go back there. But who's going to bring us back? Yahweh Shai. He's going to come back with a swift and speedy deliverance. And he's going to take down all our enemies. Daniel chapter 7 and 18, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, man. If we take the kingdom, obviously we're going to take our homeland back. Because that place was stolen from us by you heathens, starting with you Khazars and you Ishmaelites, man. You have to pay. But yes, we are exiled. We were exiled into America. A large portion of us. All right, so let me, since I mentioned exiled, let me get this precept. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. That's right. And we are the captive exile, and we do hasteneth that we may be loosed. You know how we're hastening? We're rehearsing the righteous acts in our captivity. But we can't wait to get the hell up out of here, man. You know, when you're in exile, that means you don't really have rights. And that's the problem with you Jakes, man. You Jakes are not looking at yourself as exiles. When you're in exile, you are restricted from doing certain things. You're really what's it called? You're really a second-class citizen. Let me type that in. So when someone is exiled, they are forced to leave their home country or community and are usually not allowed to return, often as a form of punishment for a crime or political reasons. It's both, all of the above for us. You know, and this applies to us physically and spiritually, resulting in a life living outside their homeland with limited ability to reconnect with their culture and community, essentially when they are banished from their place of origin. Yeah. Here you go. What are the effects of exile? They are living outside of their culture. Living in exile, in addition to previous traumas, can lead to isolation, lack of self-esteem, apathy, numbness, depression, and guilt. So this shows, man, you are in exile, man. Black expats share why they're happier living outside the U.S., which you're not really happy. You know? Like, you have the so-called black woman, she's happy. You know, she's showing, because, you know, scripture says, arise ye women that are at ease. But, you know, deep down, she has underlying issues, man. You know, she really doesn't love herself. She's going through problems, mental problems. Now it says here, I get to exist in peace. What does it say here, man? The trauma, isolation, lack of self-esteem. You know, that's a sign of lack of self-esteem. Apathy, numbness, depression. Yeah, that's depression right here, man. I get to exist in peace. That's depressing. So it shows you that you're really in exile, Jake. You're exiled from your homeland. You're really exiled from the Father, too. That's why I said it's really a spiritual condition. But anyways, man. Anyways. Read one more time. Captive exile hastened that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. That's right, and America is going to fail you. Going into the system. All the systems that are set up in America, especially the judicial system. School system, that's going to fail you too. Because that's what the pit is. It's a system. And you know what they're going to bring over here? They're going to bring forth the beast system going into the MOTB. That is definitely going to fail you, Jakes. Because if you take that MOTB, you're done. Nor that his bread should fail. That's right. So you won't be able to live a nice life. Micah 2:10, for this is not my rest. Right? And that's why you Jakes, this is why you feel this way. It says here, what does it say? And 67% of black adults say the U.S. political system was designed. You see, notice it says system. Was designed to hold black people back. That's right. So this is a pit. Politics is really set up to go against our people. Whether you vote Democrat or Republican, whether you're a liberal or a conservative, it's not for you. So, yeah, that's one of the pit's political system. So, yeah, man. Captive exile hastens to be loose, so he doesn't die in the pit. And there's lots of pits in America. Got the political system, got the judicial system, got the school system. Man, all those systems are traps, and it's really set up to hold our people back. You tribes. It's a damn shame. Now, let me get this. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Wow. So this is not your rest, man. America is not your home. It's not your rest. And you have to depart from this place. You know how you depart? You got to depart spiritually first. And then the Lord, he's going to bring a physical departure, which is an exodus. Because that's what's going to happen again, man. We're going to go through a mass exodus out of America. But yeah, man, precept says it all. Arise ye, stand up, man, and depart. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. This place is polluted on all levels, man. And I spoke on this before. I don't think I have to speak on it again. And other brothers likewise have spoken on this. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. The longer you stay in here, the more you will deteriorate till you are destroyed and withered away. And you see that all the time. You see that all the time, man. That's why people, they get blown away, they get shot. That's why you get discriminated against. You know, that all works on your psyche, man. That all brings forth trauma. You know, like, and it goes deeper too. It goes into intergenerational trauma. That's what you're gonna get out of this way. Just destruction, man. It's not nice. Not nice. Alright, so this is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. That's right. You know who's seeking one? The captive exile. A man of the Lord. A person that believes in Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. They're seeking a kingdom. Like me. I'm one of them. I'm seeking a kingdom. Hey, man, I'm not looking for this place to get better. Because the people that rule this place, you know, they're not looking out for my best interest. They're looking out for their own people's best interest. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. But this place was never my home. I don't care how much money you give me. I don't care how much pussy I get. I don't care how much fame I get. If I were to get fame, accolades. This place is not my home. I'll never be comfortable here. Never. Never. I don't care if I got a mansion. I don't care if I got money, jewelry, land, you know, status. That ain't gonna help me, man. That, you know, I'll never be satisfied living in this place. Never. Never. Hell no. Hell no. What else I got? What else I got? Alright, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease. And you definitely didn't find no ease living in America, Jake. Israel. Oh, no, you didn't. Like I said, man, just go into the history of the oppression of the 12 tribes. Going into Judah, Gad, Reuben, Ephraim, all the way down to Issachar. While you were living in America, man. You were all treated badly, man. You were all treated badly. And at one point, man, and they still think like this. There was no difference between a Negro and an Indian. They used to say things like that. Right? Same with you Puerto Ricans, man. You're called niggas too. So it says, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. Micah 2:10, you're not going to have any rest. You're always going to be on the go. You're always going to be fighting to survive, trying to make a buck. And even if you have money and you're doing well, somebody's trying to steal your money. Somebody envies you. Right? Your kids aren't going to do good. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sore of mind. That's right, no hope. Trembling heart. You're always going to be scared. Am I going to get shot? Am I going to send my kids to school and then a mass shooter is going to come in and kill them? Is he going to get hit by a car? Is he going to get arrested? All right, is he or she going to get raped? All right, so it's always something. Always something. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would the Most High it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. That's right. You wish everything would just end. You know, you grope when it's morning, you grope when it's nighttime. You grope at noonday. Oh shit, I made it another day. That's not a good way to, that's not a good way to live, man. That's not nice. That's miserable. Anyways, man, so with that, I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah HaChadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you, I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful act. Kwame Yashala and Abad Babal. Shalom.